the deserts of southern Arizona, there are places where the land itself seems to hold secrets. Places so remote, so rugged that they become stuff of legends. We're off-roading to one of those places. For centuries, the Apache people used these mountains as a fortress, a hideout, and a sanctuary. It's said that Chief Cochise himself could disappear into these rocks, evading armies, outsmarting anyone who dared to chase him. But was this just a myth, a story passed down through generations? Or does this place still exist, hidden in plain sight, waiting to be discovered? We wanted to find out for ourselves, so we loaded up the Jeep and headed into the Dragoon Mountains, a harsh and unforgiving landscape that feels like the edge of the world. We found a place that felt frozen in time, where every rock and crevice seems to whisper secrets of the past. This is Council Rocks, and what we discovered here is proof that some legends are very, very real. We're off the beaten path.
All right, buckle up. We're in the Jeep today. We're going to do something fun. We're heading off to the desert in the Dragoon Mountains.
The Dragoons were a place where the Apache, one of the most resilient tribes in American history, once lived, fought, and vanished into the shadows of the rocks and crevices. We're setting out for Council Rocks, an ancient hideout, a natural fortress, and a place shrouded in mystery. Getting there wasn't easy. We battled rough, unforgiving terrain, dust, jagged rocks, steep climbs, you name it. But trust me, the journey was worth it. Because what we found? A story of survival, secrets, and a people who knew every inch of the terrain. Our journey starts in Tombstone, the famous town too tough to die.
Alright, so today we are definitely off the beaten path. We're in Tombstone, Arizona. We're going to head up to Council Rocks up in the Coronado National Forest.
Founded in 1879 after Ed Schieffelin discovered silver, Tombstone boomed into a bustling city with saloons, theaters, and even an ice cream parlor. This was the Wild West. Gunfights, outlaws, and lawmen were part of everyday life. The gunfight at the OK Corral, a 30-second shootout between the Earps and the Clayton McFlurry gang, cemented Tombstone's reputation as the town where the West was won and also lost.
Just leaving Tombstone right now.
Heading down towards Middlemarch Road.
But we're not staying long. We're hitting Middlemarch Road, a lifeline for miners, settlers, and stagecoaches transporting silver and supplies between Tombstone and remote mining camps. It also served as a supply route between Fort Bowie and Fort Huachuca. To give you a better idea, here's the route we're taking. We start in Tombstone, head out on Middlemarch Road for about 10 miles, and turn onto Forest Road 687 onto Slavin Gulch. Then we make our way along the Dragoon Mountains and end up near Council Rocks. Trust me, by the end of this, you'll feel like you've traveled through time. As we drive along the rugged path, it's hard not to imagine what it must have been like back then. You can't help but to compare the Jeep to the stagecoach rattling along, kicking up clouds of dust, keeping one eye on the horizon for bandits or Apache raiders. The desert was unforgiving, and every mile was a test of endurance. As we keep driving, the landscape starts to change. The desert opens up, and in the distance you can see the Dragoon Mountains rising like sentinels on the horizon. We finally made it to the location and can't wait to get up the hill to see. In the mid-1800s, as settlers and the U.S. Army pushed into Apache territory, Cochise and his warriors used the Dragoons as their stronghold. The rugged terrain, with its narrow canyons and hidden caves, made it nearly impossible for outsiders to navigate. Cochise knew every trail, hiding spot, and water source. For over a decade, he held this ground, leading raids and evading capture. Cochise's leadership was put to the test in 1861 during the Bascom Affair. After being falsely accused of a raid by Lieutenant George Bascom, Cochise escaped capture but lost family members in retaliation. This event sparked years of conflict, including the Battle of Apache Pass in 1862, where Cochise and his warriors fought fiercely against Union troops. After years of resistance, it was right here in 1872 that Cochise negotiated the Broken Arrow Peace Treaty. The treaty granted his people a reservation in their ancestral lands, the Dragoon Mountains.
It's probably hard to see on film, but if you notice kind of where the dog is, that there's actually like areas where
Footholds.
The footholds
That's what I want up.
would be.
At the end of the trail, we find ancient footholds carved into the rocks. Still useful today, we finally made it.
Oh. Oh, wow. Oh.
Made that into a table. A rock. You can tell they've had fires in there.
This is such a cool spot. It's like
Desi.
there's like it's almost like a breezeway,
Yes.
and we just stepped out. I could see him. We just stepped outside from the sun into here, and the temperature's dropped.
It's got to be 10, 15 degrees cooler in here.
Yeah. Oh wow, there's a hole there. I wonder where that goes. It's kind of wild. You wonder what happened at that table.
Probably quite a few things.
Yeah.
Come through the pass up here, and you can see a great big stone in the middle.
Whoa, that is
With
so
grinding.
cool. It almost looks like eyes,
Grinding
doesn't
holes,
it?
Yep.
Somebody put sage.
Mm-hmm. Little sage.
Oh yeah. Huh.
See it?
Yeah, the zigzags. Looks like there's something up there too. Some of it is faded out, it looks like, but some of it is still in pretty good condition. There's another.
Archaeologists believe the original pictographs were created by the Mogollon people nearly 1,000 years ago, with the Apache adding their own drawings later. They revealed messages the Apache used to communicate, marking trails, warning of danger, or pointing to resources.
Oh, that is so cool. Here's the guys with 6 legs. This almost looks like, I don't know, maybe energy? Almost looks like a labyrinth.
Towards the petroglyphs. You can see the petroglyphs up on the wall. As you come down, you can see the grinding holes in the center of this great big stone right here. That's my hand next to it. Back in there might have been sleeping quarters. There's the dog. It's a dog door.
So Carl's found about 5 or 6 of those holes for grinding corn.
picture for you.
From here, the views are endless. You can spot anyone approaching from miles away. The Apache use spots like this as lookout points, keeping watch for soldiers and rival tribes. As we sit here looking out at the Dragoon Mountains, it's hard not to reflect everything that we've experienced today. From Tombstone's historic streets to the rugged beauty of Middlemarch Road and the mysteries of Council Rocks. Cochise spent his final years here, and though his grave remains hidden somewhere in these mountains, his legacy lives on these rugged peaks. So what's next? Well, that's up to you. If you've enjoyed this journey, let us know in the comments. What part of the adventure stood out to you the most? And if you're feeling inspired, maybe it's time you plan your own trip out here. Trust us, the desert, the mountains, and the stories are waiting for you. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you don't miss the next adventure. Because this is just the beginning. There are so many more trails to explore, stories to uncover, and memories to make. Until then, keep exploring, keep dreaming, and keep chasing those horizons. Thanks for riding along with us today. We'll see you next time off the beaten path.